Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too, a terrific matchup in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the 49ers will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Toledo's offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Looking at a second and short now. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon.
Returner goes out of bounds.
So Charlotte's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Charlotte.
Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up.
What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, first and 10 from the 50. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Fast motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Douglas. He finds his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, Get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Toledo! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Dropping back, it's awesome. Fires to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And
he intercepts it. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, 49ers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Old Dominion delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Norfolk. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Douglas. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Rockets will hustle to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. throws to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Charlotte. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
That pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Leaves it with the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Douglas. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's awesome. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's caught inside the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Niners.
Number 6.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running behind that left side. They knock him down right there.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Rockets will call on their punt team.
Number 17. On to punt it away.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's awesome. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first half performance. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. A first down for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Rockets send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A low line drive and not his best work. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He's right on target. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together.
Touchdown, Charlotte! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 83.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll pull it on the read. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the 49ers come to the line in the hurry-up.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better.
He's going to throw deep right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here comes the offense on second down. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He'll just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the 1st.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
The 49ers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll leave it with him. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Rockets want to move quickly. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Douglas. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, 49ers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This offense has a 2nd down play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Back to the air one more time. Feeling some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabbed on the outside, it's Booker. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the 49ers decide to punt it away. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The 49ers are on the move. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 1st down. He makes the connection. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Slings it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's got him this time. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Charlotte. And the route is on.
Number 32.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Douglas. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Niners.
Number 28.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by a field goal over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Charlotte offense will take over.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the...
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got...
The expressway is wide open. The 20, the 10. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really...
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Going up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Finds his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Charlotte! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking downfield, it's Douglas. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.